Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I want to appreciate you so much because of your great support. Today, this morning, intelligent reports are just in. As we are being told that Asimio is trying to play a game plan towards marching to the CBD, which this has been a nightmare to Asimio since they started demonstrating, picketing, as their expectation was to storm the CBD. You know, one thing that I have realized with the demonstration, that in any case you march with a huge crowd to CBD, this will create attention in that the government must come out to respond immediately. And this also is like a threat to the government of the day, because upon their realization, they will think like the opposition is taking part and also attracting their supporters. Which when you look at Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto, they are so afraid and frustrated in that they don't want this kind of frustration from the opposition side, that it seems like the opposition is controlling the country. At the same time, they are the government. So the government of the day might fight hard to ensure that the opposition is not going to frustrate them. But something that we have realized today, when Raila Odinga came out announcing about this Sabasaba, he came out announcing that this Sabasaba is going to be at Kamkunji grounds. You know, this Kamkunji grounds is an history, or rather it is a history place where 1990 is where the first Sabasaba happened. And of course, when Raila Odinga said that it was going to be Kamkunji grounds, the government believes that it is only Kamkunji grounds where this Asimio is going to converge. Then after that, they are going to disperse. But long last, we are receiving a message that this Asimio is planning to storm the street. And as they are planning to storm the street, we are being told that this government has already prepared to disperse any group that is going to succeed storming the CBD. As panicked Kenyans who have businesses in CBD, some of them are not even willing to open their businesses. We are being told they are 50-50, they don't know whatever is going to happen. But again, that is a good mind kind of game plan that Asimio is having. That is a great idea. You should not just come out to expose to, of course, your opponent what you are capable of doing. But at the same time, even if I'm analyzing this video, we don't know whatever this Asimio team is planning. At the same time, they told us they're going to launch the signature collection at Kamkunji grounds. We are just waiting whatever is going to happen. We are eagerly waiting what is going to happen, which for us, we don't know as we speak now. But again, something that we're being told is that the government is prepared and they are rallying more police vehicles around the CBD. And even the roads that is leading to the CBD, we are being told that some of them are being closed because you're being asked where you're going. Do you have a business in town? You know, and there's something and a criteria, let me say a mechanism that this government has been always having towards if the Kenya, or rather the Asimio, when the Asimio is coming out to announce their demonstration, they are always panicked because one, they are saying that Asimio is planning anarchy, that they are planning to take over from William Ruto. But again, as we speak now, William Ruto is not currently in the country. The only person that is there is Rigathi Gachagua. You know who is Rigathi Gachagua? He's a ruthless person when it comes to his kind of shoddy plans that are not here or there. And today, by the way, I have not seen his photos, him going to his office at 5 a.m. But at the same time, there's something that was already planned and set, that anyone is going to succeed to access the CBD is going to face the full force of the law. It means that they're comfortable with the Kamkunji rally, but they are not comfortable with any kind of march of Kenyans to the CBD. As they have come out to brand this march as people who are in front of creating chaos, violence in CBD, it is a clear picture that these people are already branding the Asimio team as those individuals who are capable of creating chaos and violence in CBD. And by the way, have you ever asked yourself, why is that this government of the day is keen and capable of blocking the demonstrators and picketers from accessing the CBD? It is one, they believe that this is going to be embarrassment to them. This is going to be shame and frustration to them as the government of the day. As what they have always said and capable of doing is that they have been always saying that they still have the support of the people, which when you look at the support of the people that they have is no longer there. This government is just on their own. I know one thing, that this is the reality. The government today, the government of the day must not lack the supporters. They have the supporters. Even if the government is doing wrong thing, they must have the supporters. That is the reality. But again, at the same time, they know and they do believe that as we speak now, the supporters are not there. A bigger percentage of the supporters that are there who elected this government, they are as if migrating from Kenya Kwanza. Some are disparate. They are no longer supporting Asimio. They are no longer supporting what? Kenya Kwanza. Some who are not willing to support Asimio is one, they are feeling like Asimio is making moves. They are making one step in front and again 3 steps backwards, which according to them, it is not what they are expecting from the Asimio. They expect that the fight of Asimio must be consistent. Mfululizo, kwetu mfululizo. But when you look at Asimio, the other time, this fight ilikuwa mfululizo, but they went back after William Ruto had called Raila Odinga for a bipartisan kind of talk. And because this failed, now the momentum is coming back. What we are requesting for Asimio is that if this fight they're going to venture into is going to be consistent, then liberation, the real liberation is there. But if they're going to make one step forward, then 3 steps backward, then there is going to be a retrogressive kind of movement that will not lead to Kenyans to liberation. But liberation and revolution is going to be part and the strength mechanisms that they're going to put on place. But again, as they are also preparing themselves and gaining momentum towards the supporters of Kenya, some of the supporters of Kenya Kwanza government, and their supporters and those who never came out supporting Kenya Kwanza and Asimio, but now they are deciding to support Asimio, the Kenya Kwanza is also preparing themselves. And by preparing themselves, the only option they have, I want you to understand that also Kenya Kwanza government has their options. And the option is that they have the police. If the police could have not been there, then Asimio could have already taken over the CBD. But again, the police is the only threat and the strength of these people. And if these police officers are not going to be there, then Asimio is having powers, all over 100% powers over this government. And that is why they are bragging they have instrument of powers. And this instrument of power is police. And police is going to use tear gas, water cannons, to try to frustrate the Asimio. So that is the kind of the game plan that the Kenya Kwanza has. And also at the same time, Asimio is having their game plan. But at the same time, we must realize that this team, they are capable of doing what they can. The Kenya Kwanza are capable of doing what they can through the police officers. At the same time, Asimio is capable of doing something because of the momentum of the people's voice. When you look at the way they're coming out supporting Asimio, it is a clear path that, ladies and gentlemen, the Raila team is having the mechanism, the Kenya Kwanza has their mechanism. Ladies and gentlemen, what are thoughts? Drop your opinion at the comment section